welcome to my YouTube channel. This is BNSF 6951, a Vinny Vid Productions video. Hi, I'm Vinny and I will be your host. This is a model railroad channel, so if you enjoy watching scratch builds, layout updates, and rail fatting, and lots of other stuff that pertains to model railroading, this is the channel for you. So if you like what you see, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And after you hit that subscribe button, don't forget to hit that bell. That'll give you a notification of anytime I do a video or live stream. Anyhow, I'm going to ask you guys to do one more thing, and that is to give me the thumbs up. That will help my analytics with YouTube. I hope you enjoyed the video, so let's get going. First, a word from my sponsors. This Vinny Vid production brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technology has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF 6951. Alright guys, now it's time for the next step on your layout. Trees. I have been dealing with Bob for 7 years now, and he does excellent work on his trees. So if you need some trees on your layout, check out Long Shadow's Trees. Tell him the Cuzz sent you. Hey guys and gals, welcome back to Friday Night with the Cuzz. How's everybody doing tonight? I want to say hello to some people in here, even though I've typed in a hello to them, but I just want to go over there. In the meanwhile, I'm going to run this guy so you guys can see the live streams for the week. And if there is a new one, I would appreciate to have that, John, because this is really old and I'm pretty sure it's outdated. So if you can get me a new one, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. Anyhow, let me start from the top of the list here and start saying hello to some people. We got Ethan Emertage. He's here. David DES. John Schoolkill. And Joe Rader. Justin Enscale. How's it going, buddy? Glad to see you in here, bud. Joe Rader, I said. DES, I said. Ron Moen, glad you can make it in tonight. Anthony Dodge. How's it going, bud? Kevin Brown, great to see you in here, my friend. Who else we got in here? Dave BNSF Enscale. Boy, I miss you, Dave. Come on down. I got a bid for you. Norman Rowe, how's it going, bud? Kevin Brown, how's it going? Dave Strange, glad to see you in here. Martin Searsmore, how's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in. Frank Neer, how's it going, bud? Indiana Notch 8, how's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in tonight. Aussie America, Artie, how's it going? Glad you can make it in. Don Hennessy. Who else we got in here? John Tanzillo. Norman Rowe. Don Hennessy, I think I said hello. Who else we got? Joe Rader, how's it going, bud? Glad you can make it in. Glad you got that little motor working in your locomotive. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Indiana Notch 8. Jack, how's it going, bud? Glad you can make it in tonight. Low Country Railroad, how's it going, bud? Glad you can make it in tonight. You know, I don't know why I get you and Wigwag mixed up, but Low Country is Dave. How's it going, Dave? Sorry about that. Ken Amos, how's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in tonight. Brian, Iron Horse Route, glad you can make it in tonight. Who else we got in here? It says we got 33 people in here. Wow. Digger Evans, my buddy from across the pond. How's it going, my bud? Chasco, nice to see you in here. Steve 87 PSAP, glad to make it in, bud. I'm just going through the chat section here, scrolling down, see who's in here. Nolan, how's it going, buddy? Glad you can make it in. All right. I think I got everybody. SP Mike, how's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in. John Canofoli, glad you can make it in, bud. Who else we got? Norman Rowe. I think I got everyone. 36. James Young, how's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in tonight. Ken N. How's it going, bud? Glad you can make it in. And I think we're almost done with the roll-bys. Dave Strange, I said hello to. James Young, how's it going? What's the subject tonight? The subject is tonight I'm going to go an update on what I did last week. And I'm going to show you how I painted some of the buildings. And we're going to complete or work on one of the buildings for the El Mirage area. So stay tuned for that. Anyhow, let's see. I think we're going to go to the next screen here in a minute. Ken Amos, how's it going, my friend? And I think we're almost done with the run-bys here. Let's see. Jack's at work, working, sitting on a forklift, falling asleep. That's not good. You can't drive it if you're sleeping there, bud. All right. Let's see. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and finish that because I think it's done. Anyhow, I'd like to announce that I have a new member in my membership, and that was Ken Amos Jr. And he went dispatch 1? No. Grandpa Rails upgraded to dispatch 1. So I want to thank you guys for that. And let's go through these names so I can say hello to everybody. Jim Veronico, Bugs Moran, Ron Moen, Roy Eltham, Brian Page, Dustin Enscale, Joe Rader, Chris Mitchell, Robert Young, Eminem Shortlines, Dave BNSF, Grandpa Rails, Mark Arnold, Denver Rio Grande, Iron Horse Route, and Ken Amos Jr. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, you don't know how much that's helping me out with this project that I'm working on here. So anyhow, let's stop that from going on. Let's get back to here. All right. Let's see. So first of all, you guys know that I did that gas station, and I asked someone to do me some decals, and I spoke with John from Schuylkill River Valley to make me some decals for the gas station. And I decided instead of making like a Cousin Vinny, something or other, or something to that nature, I decided to do what we have here in town, and that's called Quick Trip. And so this will go, these ones here will go above the main door, and these ones here will go on the street sign. So John, thank you so much for this. I really do appreciate that, buddy. And I'll put this away so it don't get hurt. All right, and put him over here. All right, the next thing I want to do with you guys is let's see, I'm trying to read the RDAN scale. Oh, how you doing? RDAN scale. Glad you can make it in tonight. All right. The next thing I want to show you guys is, if you guys remember last week, we were using a computer power supply to power up some of the stuff on the layout. And it's not just for lights. It could be used for anything else besides lights, like tortoise machines, cobalt machines, and so on and so forth. Anyhow, we're going to get back down to the work area, and I'm going to show you what I have done over this week with this, doing all the modifications and so on and so forth. So with all that being said, I want to say finally, we had some really, really good rain this past week. 2 nights in a row, thunderstorms and all that kind of stuff. Oh, stop it, Dave. You spelled it wrong. Don't make a difference. Actually, that would prevent the copyright. You know, let me see, because it is a K. Yeah, it would prevent the copyright. So, Dave, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Jack was going to do that. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that, Artie. Yeah, it rained really good. We needed it too, and we're in the monsoon season right now, so we can expect thunder showers and rain almost every day. But it has not happened every day. But 2 nights this past week, it did rain pretty good, and I was very happy for that because I had some plants in my front yard that were kind of dying, and they needed water. And it's unbelievable because they're cactus, and I don't know why cactus were dying. Anyhow, with all that being said, let's switch over to the other camera. Let me show you what I got going on down here. And let's lift my face. You must be talking about the COVID. I never lost my taste either, my taste or smell. So I don't know what's up with that. Anyhow, for the third time, let's get down to the other camera and let's see what's going on. All right, so you guys remember last week that I had done all of this stuff and I had 1 or 2 switches hooked up and maybe 1 or 2 LEDs. Anyhow, right now I'm going to show you how this is all going to work. First of all, you see this little white thing here with this red LED. That's called a status light. And that status light will go on the fascia and it'll tell me when the system is on or off. So I am going to mount the switches in this and then mount this to the fascia. And then it'll be this way. In this area right here, I'll put what it is. This will be El Mirage Lighting Center. And there'll be all the switches for the different lights that I'm going to have going on here. So first of all, let's turn the system on and you'll see this red light come on. And there you go. So that's telling me that the system is operational. So now we're going to start turning on some lights. The first lights we're going to turn on are these guys right down here. And these will be the ones that are going to go inside the building. I want to make a little disclaimer right here. On these lights here, when I had it on the 3 volts, they didn't seem to work very well. So I went ahead and put them on the 5 volts with this resistor. I didn't like the amount of light that they were giving off, so I decided to put it back on the 3 volts. And you'll see the difference when I light these up here. So anyhow, the first ones are going to light up are going to be these guys. And there you go. And those will be the ones that will be inside the building. Let me see if we can do this a little bit. A little bit more. Sorry about all that movement, guys. All right, so these are going inside the building, and they will be called building lights. And then the next one up here, let's see, let me back this out of it. The other way. There you go. This one here will be for these guys up here, which are the street lights. And there you go with the street lights. Now, the difference I found by using the resistor on the 5 volts for these lights up here really cut the lights down as far as the brightness goes. So I put them back on the 3 volt, and you'd be surprised what the light's going to look like on a 3 volt. You ready? Here we go. Bada bing. And this one here is facing downward, so this would be like in the middle of the track or something like that, where you can eat. But these are really cool. I like these. Anyhow, let's see. So now all these switches, like I said, will be mounted in this plastic, and the plastic will go on to the fascia, so on and so forth. Anyhow, we'll go ahead and turn these all off. And we'll turn the machine off. Now, I had this machine running while I was working in here today for about 3 hours, and it seems to work just fine. All right. Sorry about that. Missile Hunter 5. Glad you can make it in here, bud. Let's see. Who else we got in here that I missed? I think we got everybody. All right. So Now that we have this out of the way, now I want to show you something here. This is one of the buildings that we're going to work on tonight. Put this down here. This is Merchants Row number 3. And I'm going to show you how I painted all of these guys right here. I don't have a very steady hand as far as trying to do all this little detail work in here. So I found a way to do it that was easy for me. And I'll show you what that way is. This is the second building. I think this is Merchant Row number 1. And as you can see, what I did is I just masked everything off that I did not want painted and just shot it with some spray paint here. And while this is not done, this one's getting ready to get done. And there's more buildings inside of here that have to get done also. So I start on these two. When they dry, I cover them up and go on to the next one, so on and so forth. And that's how I came up with how these guys look right now. And I think they look pretty darn good, if you ask me. Oops. So tonight what we're going to do is, these are interior walls. I told you guys that I was going to separate these stores, make them individual. We're going to install those. One thing I like about this kit, this Walters kit actually, is they have up here downspouts, drain pipes. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then down here where this is covered right here, these are the footings for the stairs that have to go in the back of this building here, like that. So another thing I like about this kit is this last building here, they didn't put a cornice on top. They actually gave you an option of 2 different cornices. And this is one of them here. And then this is the other here that we're going to be installing tonight. So with all of that being said, let's get rock and rolling here. So, all right. I can't move any of this stuff any further out of the way, so we're just going to have to deal with the space issue. I'll just take this guy and point him down like that. And that should be good right there. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to install this cornice. Now, I have not painted any of the brick yet. They will get a terracotta paint job. So, yeah. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a bead of glue up here. All right, and put him up there like that. And wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. There he goes. I like the idea that they gave you a separate piece up there because it was a lot easier to paint. Anyhow, the colors I used, this one here was this primer red. The next one was this stone gray. And then this one was this smoky beige. And they're all rattle cans, as you can see. Put that out of the way. All right, so now we got this guy on here. We're going to take out all the tape that's in here. And we're going to start mounting the doors. Or actually, I think I'll mount the walls first and then the doors. It might be easier to do it that way. So let's go ahead and take this paper off. I mean the tape. And there you go. Now I'm going to have to redo that once when I decide to do the brick paint. But that's going to be brushed on. I'm not going to spray that because first of all, I can't find a terracotta in a rattle can. And I really don't feel like hooking up my airbrush. All right. So as you can see, I already have the doors painted. Hello, Mark Saunders. How's it going? And Dwight Curley, how's it going? Uh-oh. Just dropped my door. And Marky Saunders, I think I said hello to. Yes, I did. You're working and listening. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. All right, so we're going to put, I did paint these, and I just sand down where they're going to get glued to the building. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me bring up my buddy, John. Hey, John.
Hey, Vinny. Hey, everybody. How you doing?
How's it going, bud?
Pretty good.
Just about to get started on what my project is for tonight.
All right.
CP368 Productions. How's it going, my friend? Glad you could make it in tonight. Kevin Brown, thank you so much. You know, Kevin, people say, well, probably was a lot harder for you to do the masking, but I don't have a steady hand. I could never do all the intricate work around the windows and stuff. So it was just easier for me to tape it all off and cut out what I just didn't want to do and get it done like that. Hello, Dwayne. How's it going, bud? Glad you can make it in tonight.
Hey, Dwayne.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this guy in here, and I believe that there is.
Pin digger.
I believe there's places for this to sit in there. Yeah. Okay.
You can make me small.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that, John. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't want to see my mug. They want to see what you're working on.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to keep most of the masking tape on there. And by the way, I did paint the inside black because there was light bleed in there. And I did use this Canyon Black is the color I used for that. And it will get dull coated. Anyhow, let's go ahead and put these doors in. Oh, Wilmer's here. How's it going, Wilmer? All right. So let's see. We'll put the glue on the door. I think it might be easier.
New Haven N scale.
I was about to ask Dave if it rained where he is, but he doesn't live in Arizona anymore.
Yeah. I don't know what the Farmer's Almanac's calling for. He's going to be in for quite a bit of snow this year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, that's one door right there. All right, we'll go ahead and do the next one. This is the gray one. And it was hard to tell the color difference between the gray and the beige. I'm putting the walls in there just because if I want to light these separately, and those switches that I showed you previously, I could always change those up to make each one of these lights light up separately if I wanted to. And that might happen later on down the road. I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited. I've never used lights on my layout before.
Yeah.
So it's a new thing for me. And I like doing some electrical work. Come on, get in there.
Hey, John Tanzillo. Dave's Trains.
You know what? I wonder if they shouldn't be. All right, there's number 2.
How about the flooding in Death Valley? I haven't seen anything on Death Valley.
All right, and then this final door.
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
Yeah, there was some good lightning storms here. It actually was pretty nice. I like it. You know, I don't have to deal with it every day like when I lived up in Washington State. Yeah. So when it does rain here, it's a happy thing.
Right. Yeah, I miss the thunderstorms from back east. What's funny out here though is it thunders once and they call it a thunderstorm.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we had a thunderstorm. What? That was nothing. Hey, right. Jack, how you doing?
So now I have all 3 of my doors in there. And that's looking pretty darn good. Now, I have ordered some of this frosted stuff because I want to do the windows with this frosted stuff. I think it'll look a lot better, not being able to see into the structure and just seeing lights in there.
Right.
I think to me that seems like it'll be better because otherwise you're going to start wasting, spending money on interior stuff, and I really don't have that money to do all of that stuff.
He wants to know if that's a Walther's Merchants Row kit.
Yes.
He wants to know what all the switches and wires for.
Say what now?
He He wants to know what all the switches and wires are for.
Oh, I guess who was that now?
That's Heath. He
Heath?
just popped in, yeah.
Oh, Heath. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is for the lighting that I'm going to be doing on the system here. All of these are going to be the switches that I'll be using to light up the various places, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. First one is going to turn on the system. As you can see, the red LED just went on. Let me get this up a little higher so you can see that. All right, and then the next one will light up these guys. And then the next one will light up these guys. Well, you can't see them. I wish I had more room in here. All right, here's these guys over here on the side. And then these guys here are all lit up. See, I just don't have enough room in here.
Yeah.
Go the other way. There we go. All right, so I'm using a computer power supply. This is what I'm using for this. And I'm running everything right now is running off the 3-volt side, 3.3 volts. And it seems to work just fine. I have 25 LEDs hooked up on here, and the power unit is not straining whatsoever. So, Heath, thank you for the question. And thank you.
Let's see, was it Notch 8 or Indiana Notch 8 wants to know? He says, "Are you using the light diffuser kit in the buildings?"
Are we talking about these guys here?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm going to be using these inside the building because, like I said, it'd be a lot easier for me to put these inside there and not being able to see in the building, but having light showing the light. I just don't have all the extra money to go buying interior parts for all of this stuff, so that's not going to happen. All right, Jack says he'll be right back. Randall Ellison, how's it going, my friend?
Hey, Randall.
I think I said hello to everybody. Yeah. So anyhow, let's get back to the building. I should get my other camera working.
James Young says he used obscure shower curtain in all of his buildings to block off the windows, and he says it diffuses the light very nicely.
Well, you know what I ordered from Amazon. I ordered Accuse Norton. How's it going, bud? I'm glad you can make it in. Well, you're right. Long time no see. How's it going? Yeah. Are you still in the service? Thank you for your service, by the way. Accuse Norton is he was a Marine. I don't know if he's still in the service or not. I believe he still is. I think he was doing a life thing out of it. Anyhow, like I said earlier, I was going to block off each one of these stores with these walls that I did earlier today. And the reason why I have the white on the ends is so it has some good gluing surface. Anyhow, we'll pop the roof out for now. And these guys should fit, I say. Should fit in there. Again, like I say. And all I need to do now is add some glue. And as you guys can see, there's one right there.
Norman Rose says, "Who can see interior parts on N scale anyway?"
That's true. All right, quit ranking on my N scale.
Hey, James Dalton.
All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and give that a bead of glue right now and let that set up before I put the second wall in there.
Okay, Okus says he still is.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think he's in. I know him for quite a while now. He's got to be in for at least 10 years.
Yeah. Oh, he's halfway there. Unless he goes for a full 40 or whatever.
James Young, that is a good thing to use. All the wall warts. I had a bunch of them at one time, but I noticed that the more stuff you put on there, the less efficient they get. They start kind of flickering a little bit. Just hit 16 and a half years. Wow. Congratulations, bud. Are you doing the full 20 or are you going further than 20? And what is your rank right now?
Hey, Open Dodge, how are you?
Ryobi battery. That's funny, James. That is funny. James Galton says he powered up his N-scale layout with a Ryobi battery. All right, so
Brian Iron Horse says he's got like 150 LEDs hooked up to the AC of one rail power controller.
uh-huh.
Hey Ryan, how are you? I'm behind here.
All right, we're gonna let that dry up a little bit. And as you can see, well, you guys really can't see. Like I said, I wish I had more room in here. I'm gonna leave this running the whole time that we're in here. Sorry about all the movement.
Says, I mean, come on, everything N scale and below, you can use stick figures.
Yeah, you see, you guys are making fun at me and my N-scale stuff. That's not nice.
Oh wow, okay. Oku says he's
Oku says he's going 20, and he's a chief warrant officer. Very, very cool. Now, I remember when I was in the Navy, we had warrant officers also. That was just above a chief petty officer. Is that the same rank? I've been focusing more on music and trains in the last 4 years. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Jeff, the railroad enthusiastic. How's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in tonight. And Vermont, the rail fan, is in here. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Hello, Ryan. How's it going, bud? Wish you were down here so we could play. All right. So we're going to let this guy dry up a little bit, and then we'll stick the second wall in there. And these walls I had measured out, and I don't know if you guys are going to see that, but I put a notch in the top, so I'll be able to run wires through there for the lighting that I'm going to put in these buildings. This building in particular will have 3 of those LEDs that you see lit up right now. All right, let's see. Come back here, you. All right.
warrant officer's like a non-commissioned officer in the Air Force, like sergeants and staff sergeants and such, I'm guessing.
Seem to be having a problem finding the anchor points here. There you go. All right. We'll glue the side in first, and then we'll do the other side.
The Indiana Notch H says he was stationed on board the USS LaMoure County in Little Creek, Virginia.
Randy RDNT, how's it going, bud?
Yeah,
NCOs are still enlisted. Okay. Now, what was that last question you said, John?
I was just saying Indiana Notch 8 said he was stationed on board the USS LaMoure County in Little Creek, Virginia.
Ah, so we got a Navy man, huh?
Yep.
Awesome. I was in the Navy there, Notch 8. I was stationed on the USS Saratoga. In fact, I just got a T-shirt with the ship on it.
Yeah, Dwayne, they didn't have the warrant officers when I was in. I think they got rid of those just prior to me getting in.
Oh, so Akus is saying that it is kind of like a commissioned officer.
Okay. They get detached from enlisted service.
A bosun's whistle?
Oh, cool.
We need a bosun's whistle. That's funny.
Yeah, to do that.
All right, let that dry up for a little bit. And as you guys can see,
Hey, Scott, how are you?
This one here looks crooked. Why is he looking crooked?
Mark Sanders says, there ain't nothing wrong with N scale as long as you can see what you're doing.
Boy, John, your microphone is cutting out pretty bad.
Is it? I'm sitting right up here at it. How about now?
No, still. Oh, Deb was a Spec 4 in the Army. That's cool. Awesome, cuz. Thanks for your service, man. Yeah, in fact, I am going for right now. I'm trying to get some VA benefits because I've got tinnitus in my ears. You guys know what tinnitus is, a constant ringing in your ears.
Yes, I have that.
So they're working on that now. John, fix your microphone, please. Something's wrong with it. It is pretty common. It is pretty common for the Navy to have a detachment of Marines on ships. When I was going overseas, yes, they had. We had a detachment of Marines on the ship also, because when they brought money on the ship, they all walk around with their, at the time was M1s, and there would be eight Marines walking around a pallet of money, cash money. Yeah. But anyhow, yeah, we did have a detachment of Marines, and I think it's pretty common. I think it's got pretty common practice to do that. Anyhow, let's see how we're doing over here on this building. And let me get back down to the other camera. And as you can see, we got my walls in there. So now this building is divided into 3 separate stores. And put the roof on there. And then, like I said, we'll put the lights will be along the rooftop, along underneath the roof, and that's where the lights will go. So basically, under here is where the lights would go. And there's still more stuff I need to do on this, but for now, it's coming along pretty nice. As you can see, I thought that doing the taping deal on there was pretty nifty idea. It worked out pretty good, I think, especially when you go around all these little brick, fancy brick stuff around here. So yeah.
How do I sound now?
Way better, but way loud.
Okay, I'll adjust that part.
There you go.
Is that better?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, that's all I have for tonight. Just wanted to show you guys how this would work. And of course, you're not going to see the blue that's in the top of this building here because it's blue. But as you can see, it's nice and dark in there. So when I put lights in there, and when I put this, let's see if I can get one of these pieces to go up in here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
There's without, and there it is with. So yeah, I think it's going to make a nice little difference here.
That does. Gives it a good frosted effect.
Yes, it does. So anyhow, let's see, Dustin, my the full sergeant.
Oh.
I appreciate your comment there, Cuzzz. Thank you so much, and hope to see you come by a little bit more often. I'm here every Friday night, and I post videos on Saturday mornings. By the way, the video tomorrow is going to be. If you guys watched my last week's video, and you know that I had 2 vacant areas on my layout that I was going to swap some industries around. So if you guys want to see how I did that and what I did to that, the switch from one place to the other place, tune in tomorrow at 12 o'clock noon Eastern time, and you'll see how that's working out. I think it's going to look a lot better, and I think it's going to have a lot more accessibility as far as vehicles go to get into each one of these industries. So Dave's trainings. Well, I appreciate that, Dave. The other thing I do now is I'm going to paint the roof. I don't know what color I'll paint. I'll probably do it in the black also. And then, like I said, I still got chimneys to put on there. And those square spots you see on there, that's where the chimneys go. And I'm really looking forward to getting the lights in here. So let me show you what this would look like. See, let's get back down to the other camera.
Norton, yeah. Usually it's 1 hour.
At the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually
I don't know how long you do lives for.
Anyhow, if you can see how this is going to look in front of the buildings, I think that's going to look pretty cool. I'm also going to get different type of lighting. Like these lights up here, I'm going to be using in my yard, in the auto rack yard facility. That's where those tall lights are going to be put. Anyhow, again, you guys help support my channel. Check out my Amazon page. Everything I'm using here on this build for the electrical part, all the parts are available on my Amazon page, and that's one way you can support my channel, because as you guys buy stuff, I get a little kickback from them, but I have to have a threshold of $100. So with all that being said, I would appreciate if you guys help support my channel via Amazon. Also PayPal, and I want to mention, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Jim Veronico and Daryl Bowen did the super thanks on my videos. Now, if you guys don't know what the super thanks is, on the bottom of the videos where it has the oh, thank you, Randy. I appreciate that, bud. I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, on the bottom of the videos where the thumbs up and the thumbs down and all that stuff is, you'll see a heart there that says super thanks. If you press on that, it gives you the opportunity to give me a donation of whatever. I think it's $2, $5, and $10 or whatever, but I think you could add your own amount in there. And that's another way you could help support my channel. Plus the super chats and super stickers, guys. You know, I got to do these videos. It costs money to do these videos, you know, to buy the stuff I need to do the videos and so on and so forth. So your help is greatly appreciated. So has anybody got any questions about these, either one of these, the building that I did or the lighting system that I am going to be using? Problem I'm going to have now is to find out where I'm going to mount the power supply. Now, I still have on this power supply, I still have available to me 5 volts and a 12 volts. So this power supply is still going to help me out in the long run with other stuff that I might want to put on the layout that, you know, would need some power. Try and put my little pin back in here. All right, there you go. All right, so the next thing I'll be doing will be this building right here. And as you can see, I got the 2 corner parts done. Once those get painted and dry, then I will cover them up and do the next either 1 or 2, whichever I can get to in here. And it just works out easy. And in fact, this one is a lot easier because the cornice goes all the way around the building, and there's no brick in between there. So it was actually pretty easy to mask off. And then you can see the bottom was pretty easy. And then I got that door on the side there. And then the back, I'm going to do the same thing with all the windows and stuff. I'll do the same exact thing. And the back will be a lot easier because there's really no detail on top of the windows or anything like that. So that'll work out really good. So
Joe Rader wants to know, when are you going to finish Drake's cement?
I guess when I finish Roy Elton's build, I'll finish Drake's cement. I just have not, guys. I really have not had the ambition to do any scratch builds. My fingers, in fact, I'm going for an X-ray. As you guys can see, my pinky there is kind of bent over a little bit. That's called duplicis contractus, and that needs to get a surgery to straighten that out. So I'm going next Friday for 2 things. I'm going for a hearing test, and I'm going for X-ray for my hand. So I'm assuming that there's going to be a surgery on my hand pretty soon. On the 15th of this month, which is next Friday.
No, it's a Monday.
No, it's a Monday. A week from Monday, I'm going in for my first cataract surgery. And the thing that's pissing me off a little bit is the doctor told me, he says, well, you know, you're still going to be wearing glasses afterwards. And I said, why is that? He said, because you have so much astigmatism that I just can't get you to get a full focus on there. So you will be wearing glasses, but they will not be as strong as the ones you're wearing now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see after the operation how it is. Maybe I won't need to have glasses. I mean, if I could see and things are not blurry and I could read,
Yeah.
I'm going to be good. But
Or
we'll
at
see
least
how
get
that
you
goes.
some those magnifiers or something if you need to.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the first one on the 15th, and then the left eye gets done on the 29th. And so they're right after. It's the Monday after my live stream, so that's cool. At least they won't interfere with my live streams.
John Schoolkill wanted to know if do you want the signs corrected? He said it's no problem. I got those signs from Google.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with your microphone, but you're breaking up pretty bad, John.
Maybe it's time to get a new one. I've had this for quite a while.
And maybe. Let's see. After contact surgery, then you'll start. Dustin Scale says, after I get my surgery, at my eye surgery, I'll be able to do a Z-scale layout.
Let's see. Where James said something. Oh, James Young is going to a Metallica concert on the 14th.
Nice. My wife is back. Steve's wife's at work, so it went back to work, so he's going to get more train stuff.
Now, James Young said he took out a loan to buy new trains last week.
I tell you, man, I just can't believe the price of one auto rack, $44 in N scale.
Yeah,
It just
well,
blows me away.
They're close to. I think they're close to like $80 or so in HO scale.
Yeah, it just really sucks that
Oh.
Fry's is a subsidiary of Kroger. So if you guys know
really?
Kroger,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Fry's is a subsidiary of Kroger. So anyhow, I have a Fry's right down the corner from me, and I buy my milk there all the time because it's always $1.69 for a gallon. So I go buy milk this past week, and the freaking thing was $3.69.
Damn!
What the hell? The freaking cows grow extra
prices. You're up to my prices.
Gas is finally under $5 here. It's like $4.49, and it's still coming down. The cheapest I saw was $4.39 as I was driving around this morning doing some errands. So that's getting under control. It's still a lot more than what we were paying a year ago, but it's way better than $5.69 or $7 or $8 like you guys are paying in California.
Yeah.
So let's see. Watch my latest video. I'm going the longest caboose train ride ever. Oh, that's cool. We'll do that. As long as you post it and as long as I get a notification, I'll watch it.
Steve87 says his last hobby shop starts closing in 2 weeks at 60% off. So he's going to wait until they have their sale and then go.
Well, yeah, that would make sense.
And then Frank Neer says Yankee Dabbler shipping is ridiculous now.
Oh, really?
I haven't got anything from them yet. They've got a locomotive that I would like to have, but I do not have the funds to get it.
Well, the person was telling me it's not the dairy farms that are raising the prices. It's actually the shipping.
Mm-hmm.
That is costing everybody the money. So it just doesn't make sense. They're taking advantage of this stupid thing, and it's not fair, especially for us guys, that live on Social Security.
Mm-hmm.
So I started to say earlier that I'm going to be doing some, trying to get some VA disability. I think I told you this last week, John.
Mm-hmm.
So the person who's helping me out told me that just because of my tinnitus or however it's said, that's a guaranteed 10% that I get. So I'm going for an audio test this Friday coming up. And if I have any hearing loss, which I think I do because I really have to jack the TV up to hear it pretty good.
Yeah.
And probably my neighbors could hear the TV too. But if there's any hearing loss, depending on what the amount of hearing loss is, that will jack up that price. Plus, I have the other stuff that she's going to be working on. So on the 19th, I'm going to have a phone call meeting with her the person who's helping me out, and we're going to go over everything, and then she's going to submit the final papers. She already submitted some papers, and I got a note from the VA saying, "Hey, this person is submitting is filing a claim for you. Is that okay?" And I said, "Well, yeah, it's okay." you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So the one guy I was talking to while I was in the hospital, he said that it takes about a year. And the first check that he got was for like $16,000 because
So back pay?
they retro from the first day that you started your claim. And then after that, every month he gets $3,000. So he's like almost at 100% disability. And so I'm not expecting 100% disability. 30% would work because that would be like $600 or $700 extra a month.
Yeah.
Which would be cool, which would help me out a great deal. So you guys pray for me and make sure that the VA gives me what I need to have.
Yeah, James, I have to agree with you. They're pricing themselves out.
Yeah, and I agree with that also, James. $60 is actually pretty cheap for. Well, I don't know. $60 seems to mean an awful lot, considering that 2 years ago those cars used to be $25. you know, so it's kind of a shame that it's got to hurt our hobby, and it's really bad for the young kids that want to get into the hobby but can't because they can't afford it. And especially if mom and dad are just barely making as far as their household stuff goes. The kid's not going to have any money unless he goes out and works, for what he wants. Can you work? Can you work at 12 years old? I don't know. Mowing lawn.
Well,
maybe?
I was kind of having a discussion at work today about that, because I remember when I was living in Omaha when I was younger. I think it was about 10 or 11 years old. A guy from the newspaper used to canvass the neighborhood to see if he can get boys to deliver papers. And hell, I did that for 2 years, I think, until we moved to West Virginia. The only times it was really brutal for me was in the wintertime.
Yep.
Because Nebraska winters can get brutal, below zero and stuff. So my dad on Sundays, because the Sunday papers were the thickest, would take me out in the morning, and I would take like 4 or 5 papers, deliver them, run back into the car, get down on the floorboard for the heater, and he'd drive down to the next spot, and I'd get back out and do it again, But that was probably the worst part about it. But I mean, I had a lot of, I got money. I mean, we started, my dad.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. Like,
savings account,
I started when I was 13 years old. I started working in a neighborhood pen studio plus. How's it going, buddy? Glad you can make
Real
it into
artist
that.
here and her assumed name. Okay, real artist. I lived at 4523 South 60th Avenue in Omaha. I was right off L Street. Karen Western edition. And I went to Ralston Middle School for 1 year, and then we moved to West Virginia.
Steve 87 says, check Walters. They have Cato on sale. So, all right, guys. Well, I think we did a good show tonight. I believe we did a good show. Yeah. Anyhow, we're going to continue working on this. And like I said, tomorrow's video is going to be the relocation of 2 industries. My lumber facilities and my ethanol plant are going to swap places. So if you guys want to see how I'm going to be doing that, go ahead and check that out.
Yeah, Dustin, I used to walk the beans, bale hay, do all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I used to have people coming to me for help to help them bale hay. So,
well, the thing was, like I started to say, I never did the newspaper thing, but I did work at a local grocery store, and that local grocery store was an Italian grocery store, and they used to do their own. They had a brick oven in the store, and they used to do their own bread. Oh my God, the smell used to get me. Oh God, I used to love the smell of bread. Anyhow, he'd had this little truck that he'd go around the neighborhood blowing his horn, beep, 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 and people would come out and he'd sell stuff off the truck and stuff like that. Plus the bicycle with the big old basket in front.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing those.
You'd go deliver, some food to people in this big old bicycle with this big. I mean, it was like a 2-foot square basket on the front of this bike. So it was pretty funny. It was pretty fun to do.
Graduate the school at Holy Angels.
Steve, yes, I got all my permits and stuff like that all ready to go. So yeah, don't worry about it. All the necessary paperwork has been filed and taken care of.
Yeah, Mike. We also went. If you're familiar with Holy Ghost Catholic Church, is a huge church. That's where we used to go. It was over by the Papio Creek.
Yeah, but
It was good.
anyhow,
Stuff.
guys, I'm going to cut it short tonight because I am getting pretty hungry. I haven't eaten lunch today. I actually slept instead. Took a nap today, so I missed lunch. So anyhow, I hope you guys get something out of what I'm doing tonight. And there'll be more on this system here that I have going on. I like it. Like I said, the status light bulb, the red LED I showed at the very beginning, that will be also get mounted in the fascia.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's it. So next thing I'm gonna be doing is my walls are in there. You can see the walls are in there, nice and pretty. And so yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it good. Say what, John?
Wilmer says tonight's show was not bad.
Well, thank you, Wilmer. I appreciate that. And Wilmer, you're doing an excellent job on your bills. Also, I gotta say that to you, man. I'm really, really proud of you for doing all the scratch builds that you are doing. Yeah, so I appreciate that, my friend. Penn Studio Plus says, oh yeah, he did church at Holy Angels as well as then St. Richard's.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Anyhow, guys, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great week ahead of you, and I hope to see you all tomorrow watching my video. Talk to you later. Bye for now.
See you later, guys.